Handicapping. Hosted by
Mike Paradise
and Eleanor Flavin. Good evening and welcome to Chicago Harness Racing. I'm Eleanor Flavin.
I'm Mike Paradise. I have no changes on tonight's card, but I want to report that Dave McGee is on vacation, and Dave will be gone until July 18th.
We had a claim from Friday night for $18,000 was Twin Cam N by trainer Carl Porcelli Jr. We're going to look at last night's 8th race, the direct balance handicap for fillies and mares. The purse was $15,000. Musical Ride, Night Strike, Bane Jane, Chipsy Spar, Dear Alba, Bit of Good News, and Annie Crombie.
They go through the half mile, 55 and 4. They're cooking. It's Annie Crombie, a length and 3/4. Bit of Good News is second. Vane Jane Racing third. Up on the outside, Night Strike with Chipsy Spar, Dear Alba, and the Musical Ride. Into the 3/4, Annie Crombie the leader. Moving up from second now is Bit of Good News on the outside. That's Night Strike third with Vane Jane, the 3/4, 125 and 3. Annie Crombie, 3 parts of a length. Bit of Good News on the outside is second. Closing ground in the middle of the track comes Night Strike. It's Annie Crombie holding that lead with Night Strike moving up to be second. Annie Crombie with Night Strike on the outside. Annie Crombie, Night Strike closing.
And it was Annie Crombie coming in first, going a new Sportsman's Park record, surprise, surprise. Coming in second was Night Strike and Doug Hamilton, giving Annie Crombie a run for her own money. And coming in third was Chipsy Spar and Carl Porcelli Jr. And again, always consistent performance from Carl Porcelli and Chipsy Spar. And it was Dave McGee's 50th winner of the meeting, so he goes on vacation with a bang.
Right. The time of 1:55, fastest ever for a 4-year-old filly. And I'll tell you what, it earned Annie Crombie. It earned Annie Crombie a chance now to go against the Colts because she's been posted invitational, so she can't race next Monday against the fillies and mares. She's going to have to race Saturday against the Colts. That'll be interesting.
And we'll see how she performs. A regular Tuesday features the Diet Sprite race of the week. We're going to Friday night, an exciting night of racing with Jate Lobel. But just as exciting was the 7th race, a condition for 3-year-olds and up, winners of 10,000 or more in 1986, 1987, and a field of 9. And watch for Sweet Sport, Sean D.W., Spensive, Account Dancer, Granville White, He'll Be Prompt, Tour Guard, Listen Buster, Pacing Easy, and Virgie's Eagle.
The leader by 3 open lengths now is Spensive, racing in second as they turn for home. That's Sean D.W. Account Dancer comes on third. In the lane on the front end, taking the lead, that's Spensive. Moving up to be second is Account Dancer, Sean D.W. and Sweet Sport between horses. A driving finish.
And it was Sweet Sport. They went the mile in 1:56 and 2, and Sweet Sport paid the fans $57.60. 3 horses at the wire.
Right. Very exciting finish.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a real interesting interview that went on.
Yes, coming up next was DominicFrenzi from the State of Illinois building. Coming up right after this. Maywood Park Racetrack is open all summer long to watch and bet Arlington Park thoroughbreds every day but Tuesday, post time 1:30. Air-conditioned comfort with large screen TVs grace our grandstand. Tableside TVs and good food is the main attraction on our 3rd floor clubhouse. The chances of you getting rained on are 99 to 1, and you're the odds-on favorite to have a good time. Monday through Saturday evenings feature watch and bet harness racing from Sportsman's Park, post time 8 p.m. Watch and bet all the summer days and all the summer nights at Maywood Park.
In today's competitive race of convenience store shopping, a nice solution is your friendly Gas City Family Pantry Store. For your automobile, Gas City features Platinum Plus, a 92-plus octane premium unleaded. Inside the modern Family Pantry Store, you'll find a great selection of everyday needs: fresh brewed coffee, cold soda or beer, and video rentals. Next time you're in a hurry to pick up a few items, stop into a neighborhood Gas City Family Pantry Store, the better place to shop.
For all Chicagoland race results, call Chicago's official racing hotline, 976-2121.
The background for my interview today is the State of Illinois building. And we're going to be throughout the rest of this week bringing you information on off-track betting and some of the new legislative changes that have happened as of July 1. My special guest today is DominicFrenzi. He's president of the Illinois Harness Horsemen's Association, and we're going to be discussing the new legislative act requiring horses to be in a detention barn prior to a race. Dominic, thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you, Eleanor, and I want to take this opportunity to tell the lookers out there that you are to be commended for a job well done spreading the gospel of harness racing.
I paid you to say that, Dominic.
No, I've got a rain check on it.
Okay, good. Now, we've had a situation as of July 1. Off-track betting is coming in and is going to change Illinois racing. But the detention barn situation has got to be a major, major concern of you and the other horse members on the board. Can you tell the racing fan who doesn't really know too much about the detention barn situation exactly what it is?
Well, the detention barn system that's gone into effect as of July 1st, I think is a healthy situation. It's long overdue. It protects not only the horseman but the fan, where all horses must be brought to the detention barn at least 2 hours before race time, and they will be given a pre-racing test by the State Department laboratory. They will have facilities on the track there in order to check all horses that are entered for the evening. And there are different safeguards, different rules, regulations, timetable for the different horses in the various races, 1 through 10. There is a timetable schedule for them to report to the detention barn, and once they're in there, the barn is secured. It is supervised by the state personnel. Our horse people will receive special badges so that the personnel of the racing board knows who the grooms are or trainers or whoever is in charge of the particular horse or horses for that night's racing.
Now, do you feel that this situation jeopardizes the health, the condition, the racing performance of the horses in any way?
I don't believe so. It's a little early. The jury's probably out, but I think the overall effect of the safeguards of security and integrity of racing by far overrides the little discomfort that is inflicted upon the horse people. However, since the first night when chaos reigned, we've come a long way, and there are a few wrinkles that have to be ironed out, but I am confident that we will get that all done. In fact, I was out there the second or third night with Mr. Bissett of the Illinois Racing Board, and much had been accomplished, and we reviewed the situation, and we've made some constructive suggestions for improving the manner and method of handling the detention barns in the future.
Now, this detention barns legislation was passed as a package with off-track betting. Is it something that, had it been a separate entity of off-track betting, that you would have liked to see have gone into, being instituted at the racetrack?
By all means, I think that regardless of whether off-track betting was responsible for it, I think that legislation along this line was long overdue to preserve the integrity of racing. And after all, that is our common denominator, integrity in racing.
Thanks for being with us, Dominic.
Thank you, Eleanor. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. We'll be back right after this.
Okay.
Follow your favorites: Walter Paisley, Dave McGee, Doug Hamilton, Darrell Bossy, Stan Banks, Mark Aubin, Jim Curran. To be a part of this great sport, call the IHHA at 323-0808.
And we'll see you at the races. And they're off. Now you can handicap the races like a pro with this brand new videotape. Be a winner handicapping the harness races with Mike Paradise, Chicago Tribune harness handicapper. Learn the 6 most important factors in handicapping. Find out when to bet and how much. 55 minutes of professional inside tips. Be a winner. Send $24.95 plus $2 postage and handling. That's $26.95 to Palm Tree Productions, Post Office Box 135, Department Z, Berwyn, Illinois 60402.
As long as you can remember, it's been part of your dreams, part of your sunshines, and we suspect it always will be.
Welcome back. I've got one solid play for you tonight in the 10th race, Oriana. I think she's going to make amends. A little bit too far back. She faced the big last half, 58-4, but simply had too much ground to make up. I think Walter Paisley will get the job done. A couple long shots to consider. Nordell Butterfilly in the 5th and Smoke Commander in the 6th. Nordell Butterfilly is Robin Renner's horse. And interesting, this horse was raced at Springfield. And we don't know how far back he was at the half, but we do know he paid something like the 58 last half. Fast track or not, he's a long shot to consider. And Smoke Commander in the 6th race. And I'll tell you why Smoke Commander's a price shot. There's an awful lot of speed in this race. Awful lot of speed. I expect fast fractions. I think someone's going to come from behind. Who knows? He might be that someone, or he may even get a part of the Perfecta that's in the 6th race. Of course, the feature race tonight is the handicap trot. And no surprise, I've got Rock Creek listed as the 6-5 favorite. And Heather R is next. Brandenburg 9-2. Looking for a price shot in here, maybe in the gimmick. Kelly's Jubilee. Mary's coming on strong. I think she has an awful big shot. Eleanor, we have quite a carryover pool going on this
Yes, the Super Bet carryover pool is $94,450. And if the fans will remember, the Super Bet is a dollar bet. You pick a Perfecta in the 5th, a Perfecta in the 6th, and a Trifecta in the 7th. It's all on one ticket, and it's bet prior to the 5th race. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
And so I gave you price shots in the 5th and 6th. Maybe we can get lucky and someone out there can win it. I imagine tonight, like 25,000 will be bet, so I think it'll be worth over $100,000.
If no one wins it tonight.
Even if someone wins it, they'll win $100,000. I've got something interesting. I was talking to Brian Pelley, Call Me Seren. Of course, in the Jate LaBelle race, Call Me Seren, was a disappointment. The horse finished far back, and there were a lot of rumors going on exactly what happened. And then some people thought this horse died, which he didn't. But before the race, unknown was this horse did have a virus. He had no temperature before the race. He came out of the race with a temperature of 107 degrees. And they thought that they were going to lose him. The horse went down. He turned blue. And they got the fever down to down to 104. And I talked to Brian, and he says the horse is going to make it.
Great.
So now...
Well, I mean, it was not a bad performance by Call Me Seren. I mean, he went to the lead right away, and until Jate LaBelle made his big move, he was leading all of the way, so it really didn't affect his performance too badly.
Well,
but that's
he just,
good news.
he obviously had some problems, and
Eleanor Flavin.